Okay. Good morning. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is May Deegan and I'm Head of Projects and Commercial Lead for MAATS Tech.
Lovely. And how long have you been at MAATS?
Just over 8 years now.
Okay, brilliant. And what does a typical day at MAATS involve for you?
Gosh, you know what? I'm kind of lucky. My day isn't typical really because my role covers projects and the commercial side. So I tend to sort of dip in and out of each project, hold catch-ups with the project teams, attend client meetings, support engineering-led projects, bids, tenders, procurement. So, it's really varied. So never a dull day, I would say.
Great. And what has been your most rewarding professional experience, would you say?
So I'm going to sound quite cliche when I do say that every project that I've worked on when it comes to the end is just an amazing experience. I've been quite lucky that the sort of equipment that I've worked with in my engineering days was sort of bespoke and quite huge. So seeing it in operation was always quite a thing. So I really got a good burst of pride at sort of the end of each job. But I guess sort of moving on to the commercial side, I think I've found what's really rewarding for me at the moment is that previously when we would negotiate a contract with a client, say, we would obviously rely very heavily on lawyers. However, within my sort of newer role in the past few years, I've been able to bring in some of the lessons learned from previous projects, more technical aspects, which is something that you can't rely on with people who don't really sort of understand the job as such. So I think from that side of it, that's been a new type of experience that I've had, which has been really nice, actually. Yeah.
Great, brilliant. And what drew you into engineering as a career?
Oh, I think I had a physics teacher who dragged me into engineering as a career. In all honesty, I was very good at mathematics, but and I knew that I wanted to go to university, but I really did not want to do a maths degree, like at all. So I started to look for things that had a solid base in maths that would sort of allow me to investigate new areas, things that I hadn't sort of encountered before. And it was my physics teacher, Mr. Swan, who suggested engineering because he had been one. And I'm pretty glad for it, yeah. So.
Right. And would you say Mr. Swan was your engineering inspiration, or would you say that's someone else, something else?
Yeah, he was definitely one of them because he spoke quite openly within our classes about sort of his previous work life, which is hard to imagine that teachers have one, but he did. But I also had a friend's father when I was younger who gave me work experience in his electronics firm. I think he was the one who really sort of brought me from my thoughts into what the actual day-to-day life of being an engineer would be. So yeah, I think he was the one who sealed the deal for me for sure.
Lovely. And what would you say are your hopes for the future of engineering?
Interesting, isn't it? So I think if you'd asked me when I graduated, it would have been surrounding inclusivity. I would say that in sort of my degree course, there really weren't many of us. It was less than a handful of girls in the course. So I was very much like, yeah, women should be included more. But as time has gone on, sort of events like this week as such have a real focus on women. And within our industry especially, I see so many women involved. Our firm has loads of women around, we're all involved in this. Which is great in essence. So it does allow me to focus on the geekier side of things. So I sort of call it the modern day space race is fascinating at the moment. So I think that's a huge thing. And I just genuinely hope that anything I could imagine for engineering is surpassed. I think it's just going to be crazy over the next few years in space and renewables and technology in general. So yeah, I hope my hopes are tiny compared to what's going to happen.
Oh, great, yeah. And what would be your advice to young women interested in a career in engineering?
Oh, just not to assume that engineering is this one thing. It doesn't have to be just hands-on or hands-off. You don't have to be a designer. You don't have to just be in electronics or mechanical. I think people should approach it with an open mind, and girls especially just need to know that, even if you're not working with women, I mean, the men I've encountered are so supportive and engaging and really want to push women within the industry as well. So, you know, just don't be afraid of anything. There's so many career options available to all of us, whether that be with formal education or an apprenticeship, you know, just go for it, really.
Wonderful. Thank you. It's very insightful and inspiring. And I hope you have a wonderful Women in Engineering Week.
Thank you. And you too, Ria. Thanks.
Thank you very much.